Ukraine's Elena Svitolina has opened up once again on the struggles of competing in the backdrop of the war, having taken maternity leave after announcing she and fellow pro Gael Monfils are expecting a baby in October. The former world number 3 shared her disappointment at her Russian colleagues' refusal to speak out on the war or communicate with the Ukrainians on tour. Svitolina was one of the most vocal tennis players when her home country of Ukraine was first invaded by Russia. Last year's Olympic bronze medalist competed in the colors of her country's flag in between taking part in countless interviews for the likes of Sky News to explain the hardships Ukrainians were facing. She has since taken time away from the tennis tour after revealing she and ATP world number 20 Monfils are expecting their first child, but the 27-year-old has now admitted she wouldn't have been able to compete regardless, given the struggles her country is facing. When the invasion started, it was tough mentally to compete and to have my family in Ukraine. It was tough to deal with, the 16-time title winner told The Age. My priorities and perspective changed. I felt not in the right place when I was playing. It was tough to focus 100% on my job, that's why I wanted to share my view. Svitolina has since been communicating with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and become an ambassador for fundraising platform United 24, but is still disappointed at the silence from Russian players. Having admitted it would have been tough to keep competing even without taking maternity leave, she added, but right now I'm happy I could take my time, refocus, find where I'm needed. I want for people to know what is happening, that the war continues, because I feel like it's faded away a little bit from the news. It's very important to do everything in my power. While some have shared their understanding for Russian players failing to speak out against Putin and the war, with fears that they could be punished for going against the government, Svitolina claimed it wasn't good enough as she revealed her colleagues had failed to even check up on the Ukrainian players. Tennis players are pretty much living outside of Russia, training in Europe and the States. This is their decision, she said of the lack of Russian players condemning the war. A lot of players didn't even come to us to ask how our family were doing. It created tension. The current world number 42 said she and her fellow Ukrainians have been holding discussions with the tours and appreciated Wimbledon's ban on Russian players but was left disappointed at the ATP and WTA's decision to sanction the event by removing ranking points. All the Ukrainians, we've been having roundtables with the WTA, the International Tennis Federation, Grand Slams, explaining the help we need, but they chose to go their separate ways, she explained. I was sad to find out they took their position. But I have a lot of respect and want to thank Wimbledon for making players feel supported, as well as Ukraine. And the 2018 WTA Finals champion is not letting up in her quest to get the tennis world to show support for her country. Svitolina added, our Ukrainian people are dying back home. We lost our homes, we lost our training bases, our families are all in danger. Sport has a great responsibility with a lot of media attention, it helps people to understand what is really going on. This is my mission right now.